All right, ready. So we're going to enter a regular. It seems that we're going to something standard over here. We're just seeing the classic, the knight f3, d4, c3 stuff over here. The question is, what do they have prepared over here? Because there's many ways to approach this position. Some ways are maybe bringing the bishop to f4 to bring it to g5. This is considered one of the most stable ways to play. Uh, in general, this is one of the most stable ways to play this type of positions. Uh, and it seems that we might end up right now on a bishopless game. Well, maybe not, because knight d knight b d2 is trying just to delay everything, and in that way, we're able to have a position where the bishops are not traded immediately. I think that that's an interesting approach to this position over here. We do have some aspects that are definitely worth looking into over here. I think that the question, I think here the question is how are they going to move the knights over here? I think that there are a couple ways that Sweeping's bishop is able to go for it. Sweeping's bishop can go for something like moving the knight and then moving the other knight to f3. Over here, it seems that the approach is going to be mostly to. It seems like this approach is just trying to keep the bishop on the light square bishop, which is a really interesting way to play this position. I think there are definitely some interesting ways to play here. You can go there. I wonder, I mean, I don't know about this, but I wonder if there's even ways where you can play the bishop in onto d3 with the idea that you're just trying to open things up if they capture. But I don't think that works though. It's an interesting idea. All right, so it seems that we're going right now into a more stable position. It seems like we're going to try. We're going to have a knight trade for the bishop, which should be good, especially because with this bishop, the white pieces is able to place back the knight onto f3 using the other knight, and that's going to give him a bishop advantage. This having bishops, in my opinion, is really important in the long term because bishops gives you access to files, and that is definitely a good resource to consider. It seems, yeah, it seems that we're going to something more or less like that. I guess we're going. I think here Malicopter has to not trade bishops, ideally. And the reason I wouldn't trade them is because if you were to trade them, then you lose complete access of the bishops. And if there's a queen, and it makes it so that with a queen trade, only white is having to defend. But let's see what happens. It seems that he's going for the bishop trade. Seems he's going for the bishop trade, which is going to be interesting to look forward over here. Mm-hmm. And bishop trade looks like the right way to play here, in my opinion. It does limit a lot of the stuff. On the other hand, the rook is now open, which is normally something that you cannot see it that often. So that's an advantage from the black piece's position over here. And we see uh, and we see queen d2. Queen d2 is definitely an interesting way to play this because in this way, what Sweepian's bishop is basically saying is, hey, allow myself to I'm not going to allow myself uh, to to get the bishop traded without having some imposing some issues over there. Knight d5 and Malikopter is looking to knight d5 e5 no e4 knight d4 sorry knight d4. I don't know how I feel about that move. Like I can see it because you're trying to create some pressure and he's trying to create some pressure on the queen. But on the other hand, by playing it in this way, it opens the file so for the bishop to arrive on f7 and potentially even a queen. And I'm not sure still how convinced I am about that situation. I think that here, after what we can probably see, I don't know, maybe bishop takes, maybe queen e3, bishop takes, knight takes, no, or queen takes. I don't know. I mean, if queen takes, you're just blocking it like that, but then you have to move it to c7. But maybe here bishop captures queen. No, you don't want to do it like that because I think queen f6 might be the way here, forcing the bishop trade, capturing with the knight, and then it allows you to have some rerouting ideas into c4. I don't think you want to capture it because then you didn't want to capture that bishop because you don't want the queen to be on f4 because it has ability to get into c7 or f7. Ooh, he goes for it. Maybe queen.
Queen
Maybe
of six?
well, queen f6. The issue is queen c7. Maybe queen
Oh yeah.
d6. Queen d6 over here should be probably better because in that way you ensure that to defend f7 at the same time as not allowing that queen to arrive to f7. I think that's probably the way the defense the way to play here. You don't want to play. I don't think the Malicopter wants to play something like f5, for example, because then that just creates a lot more weaknesses after something like queen d5, for example. Queen d5 is just horrible for Malicopter if he went for something like f5. Maybe f6 is possible. That's probably
G5
convinced.
is possible.
Well, f5 is no f5 is not any f pawn move is not possible because then you also there's also queen b5, queen g5. Sorry. Oh, he's going to let it sit there.
No, he's looking for it.
He's looking for it now. Yeah, that's right.
And I could say that their G5 could be working here.
I think you're right. G5 might be working here. It is definitely. It definitely is a tricky position. I think the G5 could work, but then you have Oh, he's going for it. He went for it. That's. I don't know what to expect, what to think about this move because now this is a time bomb, and you cannot really do a lot to block everything, like knight knight e5 knight e5, and I think that's probably winning for sweeping his bishop, right? Because because you're threatening the checkmate in one, you have to block it, and then the travel is appearing. There should be a travel into f7 soon without the queen defending. Or am I tripping here? Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
I could say that the traveler is like semi-working.
Okay, Mauer told me I was echoing, so I'm on my computer now.
okay, let's see. Okay,
Apparently,
so now
no one is threatening, so I. Hmm.
I guess that here he has to go for f5, maybe. But then
I don't even
maybe
know if Black sees the travel because I kind of get the feeling that they don't.
I definitely think they're saying the time travel. I think that here the issue now is if they're actually able to see that. I think that they might actually be fine with trouble because they can potentially have a stronger counter trouble with the queen on b2. There's a chance. I haven't looked into it yet. I haven't seen the boards, but I think there might be a case made to argue that black might potentially have a counter trouble.
Castling is not good because it is made into.
Um, yes, that's correct.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see where this is going. It seems. Oh boy. One. Did they block in time? I think they. Yeah.
You know that the knight on f6 is a good defender of f4 square, so it might be good for him to have that knight here. But
It's just like I'm just trying to figure out
There's
if the.
still a window
Do you think?
opened.
Oh, sorry.
There's still a window opened for the travel, like second travel.
Yes, but it is not defended itself, which is the which is a huge advantage. But yeah, queen, but still, it's definitely a dangerous spot. Let's see what Malicopter does. I think Supin's bishop might have a really strong position here.
I think that white is winning, but it's not that easy because you have to capture the pawn on f7 with your knight, and then if king captures, you gotta look for Tchaikovsky's.
Yeah, that could be a way to do it. Another way to do it is to bring the knight. Yeah, because I think
Oh,
yeah, you can either do it on either on f7.
oh, I, actually, knight g6 is even better because it threatens knight e7, and then there
Oh, and then
could
that trouble, right?
be other Tchaikovsky. Yes. So yeah, and if knight takes g6, f takes g, d6, it's well, there is c5s, so
It is still defendable, I think. Like there's still some ideas that
yep.
can show defenses if you capture like knight f knight takes g6, pawn takes g6, pawn takes knight, pawn g6, and then queen goes to g3 or g4, and you still have a chance of defending it with the knight with the rook.
And g4 is protected by the knight.
Not g4,
But
g3 or g5.
oh yeah,
He's
Oh
going
my
for it.
god.
He's going for it.
yeah, but I'm not sure if it's working, and that's probably won't work. So
I think it works because then you have captures, knight
um,
checks,
knight checks what how.
with on e4, on e5.
I take with the bishop,
You
and
take
then
the pawn.
I play queen h4, or I take your queen.
I think it's fine to allow yourself getting that queen captured. Oh no, because the knight. You're right. You're right.
Yes,
I
and
forgot about the
I.
knight on g4. But I don't think I don't know
Mm,
how if he's going to see the knight capture on g4, helicopter. So he has
mm, he-
if he has to capture it. He has to capture the knight for sure.
yes, definitely.
If he doesn't capture the knight, then he's not able to capture that bishop.
I mean, it isn't about the bishop. It is about a strong knight that sits in the center of the board that that has to be like destroyed by the bishop on d6. That knight,
Destroyed.
Yes.
yes, that knight is gonna cause a lot of problems in the future.
It is going to cause some issues. Definitely going to cause some issues.
Yeah, but I see why King E8 might be better, because now the king hasn't been on F5 as long as it would be if they took
If
on
they capture,
E5 with the bishop. I mean, it has some
it
Pretty
has.
upsides.
sure pretty sure the only tricky situation is after knight takes G or knight takes C, where you have to take the bishop.
Yes. You have to take the bishop in that situation. It's an interesting position for sure. Knight captures G6. No, not sure. On the other hand, there might be even some counter travels ideas now for black eventually. Oh, never mind,
You
not anymore.
don't need it, I'd say. Now you
G5.
have to take the queen or play G5.
Yes, I think G5 might be even better, right?
Taking the queen isn't that bad, but the problem with taking queen is that you will have to take the bishop with your parallel knight, and you lose a move on that board.
I agree.
After bishop a3, bishop h3, you have to do anyway, right?
Well,
By
Copy
the
managed to
way,
save himself from this situation.
there is bishop h3. Yes.
I think that was the idea, because I don't know what other reason there could have been for G3. Although sweeping bishops seems to be taking some time to think about this, which is making me doubt that assumption.
I do that as well, kinda.
But the thing is, with bishop h3, you still have knight. You still have
Oh, there he
95,
is.
94
Is
on the bottom board.
how are you gonna protect e6?
The
Knight
knight travel, right?
with knight travel on
Mm,
a4 next to
Knight e4.
yes.
Correct. Mm. Yes, but I'll move knight g6 and I'll I'll protect my piece once again.
Oh, you could also play pawn tax and then knight e4.
Yes. Yes. So taking
Mm.
yeah, but now like g5 was useless because he took with the knight anyway, and
Not necessarily useless because now it makes sure that the queen it doesn't get there.
the queen would have been taken by that time, if not g5.
Yeah, but you
You
ensure
could have
that the queen doesn't get to f4 right now. It gives you a little, it buys you a little
Well,
bit of time.
she gets to f4 right now, because if you do pawn tax, you have the problem with bishop takes e6 anyway.
Yeah.
You could have taken queen instead of playing g5.
Hmm.
But this is. Oh,
Oh, that is. But then the queen can
Doesn't
just.
work.
it's a nice idea, but yeah, queen captures the knight and he's safe, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, I think sweeping bishops realized the fault
They
in
both
the
did.
calculation. What?
Oh?
But either.
He's going.
But that just.
Yes, I have no idea. He wastes his time.
Is he trolling or what?
Nikita, everyone that watches you play says the same thing.
That's funny.
It's a wild move.
Yeah.
Yeah, queen f4 is the strongest move.
Rook
It is.
b1. Rook b1.
Queen.
I could say that before would have been stronger because it cuts off some travels and it also prevents queen a5, which can be a strong counter Jurassic.
Yeah. I think here what we can definitely see.
Oh my goodness.
I think
Okay.
that that would be a strong counter trouble.
You sure?
It can be a strong counter trouble.
Yes, unless you have a king on f7, that
But
can be a weakness.
I think here he has to play something like um, Queen E7 on the upper board, helicopter, and I think that also. And I think there has to be also other. You have to make sure. I think that helicopter has to try to get stronger access into what is it? Or maybe try to trade the
By the
knight on the
way,
bottom board. On the bottom board. What were
white
you gonna?
could have played knight g4 instead of rook b1 to set up a check, or at least try to do it.
Yeah. I was thinking that white might want to set up a check.
I don't see a
No,
checkmate
it's not
after
strong
queen
enough.
b2 travel.
The thing is, there can be some. I mean, the thing is, you can do it in 2 steps, though. Like you travel there, and then you make another travel into the rook, and that can be strong. Because then, but I don't know. I don't think that's enough, though.
Black has to play queen e7 on the upper
Upper.
board.
Yes, and that is definitely for sure.
Queen
Oh wow, is it
b2
gonna
looks
happen?
too early.
I think this still can be. This is definitely still tricky because you still have
Mm, e.
to remember that there's still going to be a chance to play for something like queen travels into the rook.
Well, you see that you,
I mean, it's not
you
quite there yet, but it's definitely. But you can do it into the upper board, and it can get tricky. The thing is, I think that he kind of also doomed himself because if this doesn't work, then the sweeping bishop must have trouble from the +1 timeline.
now it has to be like checkmate in 5 or 4, because
I mean, someone's going to get mated right now.
yeah, if it catches the future, then you're gonna get checkmated by a travel. So
Yes,
I'm
yes, I
not sure
definitely
that
agree.
it is gonna be a checkmate.
And now maybe queen captures. Maybe queen captures the rook on the upper timeline,
Mm, probably, yeah.
and
Mm,
in that way, I think that because that forces either a king
mm.
jump or a
Is it?
right.
Yeah, it is legal because the king had moved to e8.
I don't think that's strong. That's fast enough. Unless he's just trying to stall a little bit.
Well, it makes sense because you can travel later because
Yes,
it's a queen. It can travel quadragonally.
but you also allow them to see if they can set up something.
Mm,
That's definitely going to be a tricky situation. Okay. Uh, queen time travels maybe on the. Or do
Bishop
you think he's going to go for the check?
e7 is a threat, so
Because
travel
other
has to be done because bishop e7 is a threat, and knight e5.
and you cannot do anything about it. Either you capture right now, but I don't think that's good enough. Is it good enough?
but
No, I don't think so. I think. Oh, no. It has to jump into the upper board. One turn back into the rook. And I think should be that should force at least a travel from from white pieces. I think that will force a king jump.
does Black remember that he can indeed branch? I don't know.
I think Malicopter is going to find something interesting here for sure. But no, he's not going to if he goes for that
That's
idea.
boring.
Well, that also brings some issues, though. Oh, actually, No, I think I think that might be. No, it's not good enough because then eventually there's going to be the night jump, right?
It is still not too late to travel, I think. But every move advances the present.
It is still time. It is still in time to. Yeah, you're right. It is still in time to do the jump
And
into zero.
the problem with traveling right now is that after queen takes rook, there will be uh, queen c1, and after queen c1, there can be a parallel capture.
Oh, yeah.
by the rook. Yeah, I
Unless you
was
time
looking at
travel
that.
to, unless you travel again, but to B1. Is it?
Sorry, what was that?
Wait, or oh, or actually, the queen travels into C3 from the bottom timeline, and in that way, and in that because it is pinned, the pawn is pinned, so the pawn cannot checkmate you there. That's going to be
Interesting.
check. And then if
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
there's still a parallel capture though.
what parallel capture?
Oh,
Oh, the other. No, but the other
Oh
pawn is
the
yeah,
not.
other.
No,
it should
that
have been done earlier.
but I think that's GG's.
The, okay, the pawn can capture the queen, although I'm not sure if it's
Well, this is just
really
GG's now.
good.
Knight captures, and you have also the time travel. If that doesn't work.
It,
Oh, nighttime travels to E2 on the upper timeline. Oh no, it doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It doesn't matter anymore.
No, it does matter.
I mean,
Because
if
then you have another piece to capture back later. But
I
you
mean,
have to.
why can just travel with the knight to e7 and that'll be a soft mate, and you don't really have a good knight travel to c8.
But you
So
have a travel to. Oh, never mind. That's
yeah,
just
and
GG's.
it is still it is mate anyway. So
Yeah, that's GG's. Ooh, that was a good game. And that's GG's because there's nothing you can do afterwards.
I mean, there's a knight travel that
yeah,
can be
I'm just
done.
wondering if Black has forgotten how the game works.
No,
Not
they
Couldn't
definitely
see
not.
really
the.
They've
don't,
been playing
but
pretty good.
mm,
They just missed some important calls on the way.
I'm talking about this specific position where it seems that Black is struggling to even find a legal turn.
It's not they're
th-
struggling to find a legal turn. It's just that they're just trying to find
they're still
something.
going for a win.
Exactly. It's not over until it's over.
why are they still highlighting pieces on the boards if they know they can't move on those boards?
Yes, that's weird.
Yeah, which is why it really seems like they just forgot how the game works. Oh, but you know, maybe, but that doesn't even.
I mean, that takes out one
Wow.
threat out potentially.
Yeah. Oh, and then you have another turn to catch up, and if your queen could phase through matter, then that would be really nice, but it can't. Referring to, of course, the queen capturing from b6 on -2L to e6 on +1L. That's
And now captures queen.
yeah, presumably. Like,
And then
if
just
nothing
knight
else,
check.
just out of spite.
Yes, and then just knight checks.
Which is, to clarify, not necessary, but you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
As they say, it's the principle of the thing. Does this person even remember how pawns move?
Probably, but there is still gonna be a checkmate on the top timeline.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but if there's one obvious move, I guess it doesn't really make sense if you're still just trying to find any hope of checkmate, but hopeless. Okay, yeah, I remember.
And c6 pawn prevents taking the bishop. Though white has a check anyway.
Yes, that was the matter in question that I proposed the hypothetical of phasing through. Okay, it happened. Well, yeah, now it's submitted, so
Yeah,
okay.
that's GG's.
Oh, good game. Good game.
All right, so that's going to make the first game for sweeping bishop, as you can see right now on the point. And yeah, we have that gone over there. We're just going to see now. We're just waiting now for the second game, which is going to be to the players. It was a really good game overall. I think that there were definitely some parts where Malikopter could have gotten some interesting counterplay, and it all went out to that long just to allow on the fact that he allowed that time travel over there.
Sweeping bishops is discussing the evaluation of the game in tourneys. So, if you're interested in,
I think, yeah, I think they were potential. I think that definitely they were uh, tricky for sure. I think that he's right in the aspect that sometimes he not didn't necessarily went all through it, but I think he had enough to justify feeling that it was a good move. All right, we're going now into game 2, and we're going to see an e3 from Helicopter. That's going to be really interesting. So Helicopter is now is probably going to play an e3 before, so a magic ball from Mauer, since Helicopter is a student of Mauer. And for those who don't know, Mauer has been one of he started his career as a 5D Pogchamps student, and he went into the finals. And now he's here teaching students on future iterations of 5D Pogchamps. All right. Oh, we don't see a magic ball. We see an E3 knight f3. I haven't seen this line in so long. People just stop playing these lines. I think. Yes. So now we're basically having an inverse Sarperns and inverse Sarps. And this used to be a pretty played line in the past. Just because it's really flexible, it allows for a lot of stuff. And it seems that now here there's a couple options, if I remember. Either you keep the queen on that row, something like queen a5, queen h5, or maybe just bring the queen back to d8. I think all of those options were decent at the time. I do remember that the interesting part about this opening is that white gets a lot of momentum, but it doesn't seem necessarily that they can completely crack the position easily. It is because the position gets really sturdy for black pieces. And I wonder what Malikopter got prepared for this, especially because it's a line that we haven't seen in a while. So we see the queen d8 line. That's going to be one of the tricky ones. Sorry, not one of the tricky ones. But that's one of the lines I remember it used to be popular at the time. And this gives white the development advantage. I mean, they're going to have 3 pieces out, while black hasn't even moved anything yet. And that has definitely been something that makes that one of the reasons why this line is really tricky to go for.
Did you say black hasn't moved anything yet? Because black has
No,
moved a knight.
they only have. I just said they only have 1 piece developed, and I mean, in any case, they are still up 2 pieces in development.
Oh, this is just bad.
Bishop.
Or is it? Is it bad? Hmm. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. This is this used to be pretty playable. It looks worse than it actually is. It's not. It looks really bad, but it's not easy to crack. From what I remember, at least this used to be the case. I don't know about this specific line. It has been a while since I've looked into these lines.
Can they play knight b5?
Knight b5.
Not sure.
I mean, there is f7.
Because if you capture with the pawn, I think it's fine, right?
There is enough sound travel coming up, so you can delay as much as possible.
That's true. That's true. But then you also have bishop, like captures, 95. Oh, 95 pawn captures, bishop captures. Yeah.
We get the endgame.
Yes, we get the end game, and that means that after bishop c4. It is so. I know it is so tempting just to go for bishop captures on f7, but it doesn't work. Not because the bishop is defending f4, f5. The bishop is defending f5, and that idea doesn't really work right now. But it can definitely be prepared with something like uh, knight g5 potentially. I think that
So
here,
really,
yeah. I mean, probably not to me. I think this is not going to work right now. But black can potentially go for ideas like knight a6 in the future. And
it's
I
still
do
really
remember,
strange.
yes, and I remember in the past it was shown that after bishop e7 you were fine with black pieces. So, in a structure like this, basically you use your bishop as one of your important defending pieces.
Okay, I'm beginning sentences and then you speak, so I stop speaking, and then you assume it was the full sentence.
Oh, sorry about that.
Um, anyway, I was just saying, it's still really strange to me when people say a position is an endgame just because the queens have been traded off.
They do
Yes,
say
it's
that
not only me.
it is strange, but the argument in Fighting Chess is that usually it's
Oh, knight.
because the games are based on the queen, especially in T0. So many people just assume that's the end game. That's where it comes from. It
I
definitely has.
could say that the the starting position with the princess is the middle game.
Uh-huh. Uh, I think we can assume that white is going after e6.
They're
Yes,
like they will have three pieces on it. It's really strong.
but there's also going to be three pieces defending after knight.
Uh, two? Yes, three.
Yes,
So
after knight.
c5, b4. Hmm.
yes, but f7 will be taken. Can be taken. Yeah, knight
Like
takes
after.
f7 and yes, like knight c5, knight g5, and like
But you can
like
also have
let's say
tricky lines too. Like
I'd
b4.
consider b4, yes.
Yes,
Depending.
and then you go for rook a4, and that's still defense.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh, I see a nice thing. Knight g5, b5, knight takes f7, c takes b takes c, knight d8. Oh no, it doesn't work.
Were you going to what, did you travel a knight to d6?
Yes, but
The bishop. Yeah.
sometimes when you're calculating, you can see the pieces that have been taken, and that's bad when you're calculating. I just like basically traveled with my knight and my knight left on d4 basically.
I think we're going to see the bishop, the pawn captures, pawn captures line. Wait, no. Actually, Malicopter might be something here.
B5 is a good move,
Yeah,
unless
but knight
bishop.
yeah. What do you think about knight captures b5?
Yeah, but it doesn't do like, and you can capture with the pawn, so I don't like it. I like bishop b5 more because you're threatening knight c6
Knight
and
c6? Do you mean knight c7?
bishop. I'm saying bishop takes pawn b5, and then there
Uh-huh.
can be like
Oh. Oh yeah.
knight c6. But now you can just take the knight and play knight c d7. And it was not worth it.
See,
Actually after c takes b, bishop b5, black can play bishop d7, even better.
yeah,
Oh yeah, because bc5, bishop, wait. Bishop b5 with threat of bishop e2 and then knight e4. And then if... What else? Yeah, I guess you just lose the piece. Of course you can defend against... I mean... Knight d4, e5, it doesn't really matter. White is just losing.
Yes, it's been taken. Oh, is it gonna take a knight?
Oh,
Yes,
okay, that
barely.
happened, and I guess sweeping bishops was calculating this. What? Yes, the travel search of desperation, I believe this is called.
I mean,
I made up that term.
yes, definitely, it is true. Mm, I mean, I could say just take on d7 and the life goes on basically. And
it's not a lot you can do other than that.
Wouldn't you just move your bishop away and try to preserve material and try to avoid trading because you're down material?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's possible, cause bishop e2 could be a thing.
Okay, just don't play knight f. Yeah, I figured that would happen.
But yeah, knight b3 would be a threat of trading
Oh.
basically. So it is.
Yeah, by the
It
way,
is. Yeah.
White was just looking at castling, and then I guess without fear of Tchaikovsky's, or maybe I don't know.
I mean,
When you're down a piece, you cannot. You're fearless basically.
Bishop
On a
b4
piece.
because the pawn is pinned. Bishop b4, a b4, rook a1.
yeah, bishop b4 is probably the strongest move here.
Oh, a3 is a waste of time. Definitely.
But I think you will still. I think
It doesn't even save the pawn.
I think you still capture the pawn though. The bishop. You still
And
capture the bishop.
it, it, e3 was a mistake because it doesn't even save the pawn.
No, but you can just capture the bishop and then just castle. I think it's probably better for to do it like that because you at least keep the bishop.
Hmm.
and you
True. Yeah.
eliminate the rest of Tchaikovsky's, from your end.
Though you're trading even more, so
True.
Okay, I guess this is what we're going for.
True, but
Are we gonna see rook takes c1?
I think we're definitely going to see it, and then castle forming black, and we're just going to see a game down a piece.
there's tension that is bad for white, so I wouldn't take that bishop.
Mm. Hmm.
Castling
Yeah.
looks fine.
I mean, bishop to b2, and then
Rook takes rook, rook c8, and that is definitely better for black.
Yeah, I think the
Fine.
the question is if you want to keep the bishop that badly. Maybe knight e4 for white later. But
Knight where?
castle. Knight e4. Maybe
Knight
knight
e4 for
g5.
white.
Yeah, for white eventually, or because I think black the only thing is going to do is they're probably just going to play castle rook f to a8, and then they can just do rook to b1, rook a, and then just start setting up a lot of pressure on that bishop.
Rook a to a1
Battery, and then go and then enter into the 8 file.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think here
Makes
what
sense.
we have to see is something like knight knight d4, and then knight b3, and I think maybe like that there is some chance.
That is definitely. This is not the best way to win the game, I think.
Bishop to b2.
It looks
Okay.
Yes,
tempting,
bishop, bishop b2, and
then rook captures rook, king captures,
king takes.
and there's no castle anymore because that will be
Yeah,
checkmate.
but there's still king e7.
King e7.
King e7.
That is a chess move, if I have to say.
Yeah.
What does knight g4 even do? Like, what's the idea?
Just bringing more pieces into the attack.
Oh, uh,
Something.
this is not how pieces
Like-
are brought. So I'm talking about knight d4. So, like there is still tension on.
Oh my god, there's no way. I didn't I thought of that move, but I didn't actually think.
It has
Like,
to be with
do you
Did
just
they
forget
know-
about pawn? Oh my god,
If-
is this actually gonna happen? That would be both funny and sad. Oh my god.
He went for
Okay,
it.
now does white remember?
Yes.
Do you remember
Okay,
the
white
last
is
game?
back.
There was
White-
the same thing.
White is back into the game.
Definitely. Do you remember the last game? There was like the pawn recapture as well. So
Yeah, there was definitely. Yeah, I do remember that. And I think now what black cannot even do castle easily in many situations because, like for example, on the upper board in -1L, he cannot even go for castle because then he just gets mated with goes to knight goes to g5 ideas.
yes,
Do you think you could put a value on the 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 value of timeline advantage in this particular position?
It definitely gives you back the piece that you lost.
yes,
I I I can tell it.
and I'd consider some travels to c8.
Why? Okay, that was
Yes,
very confusing at first. I don't even know why he played that move in the first place, even if he did undo it.
as many times you just do random moves just to see travels.
Uh, yeah, sure.
And you just did just and you make something that you're not really going to play many times. Okay. Um. So
h5.
the winning
It's like
condition here for white is definitely going to be a time
night
travel
travel.
with the bishop or a night travel into if the situation if the setup if it goes with the right setup. Oh, but
Oh, we're gonna see two more games, I hope.
I hope that we can watch two more games because this will be really interesting. And then bishop e2, rook attacks the bishop of rook trade.
Yeah, more content. I forgot. Do you post this somewhere?
It is right now on Twitch, but since it's lagging, I'm also going to upload it on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. I already knew it was on Twitch. I was just wondering if you saved it. So, all right.
I mean, it is a final, so I saved these ones. There was only one that I forgot to upload, but that's another story. Uh, yeah, I think there could be even ideas eventually to do time travels into D6 in the future. Actually, I think there might be also ideas where in the white has like knight travels to D6 with check, and then does another time travel.
Knight e5. I think that it is too early to travel.
Yeah, I think he's just looking at it. But yeah, that's definitely a little bit too early yet. Still, he needs to wait until the rook moves, or until the rook moves.
I,
So one, two,
um.
three. It's still going to take a while.
Hmm. It is
They've
interesting. Please,
they've
please
been
don't.
looking too long at this move.
Yeah, it certainly brings discomfort to the soul. Okay, well, black is going after white's weak king, so but
Um,
f3 is defended, of course.
Yeah, but
So
I think there might be ideas of time travel to D6.
um, black is going to do the knight attack again.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, knight b3, like, I think it loses the game.
I don't know if it loses the game, but it's definitely not nice.
What are you gonna do after knight f3 and knight g4? You're
Wait,
basically unable to move your king. Like, you have the only square is h1, or you could travel to the
Yeah, but
top
you cannot.
timeline.
You're not going to. They cannot time travel yet.
And I mean, just travel to the top timeline
mm,
without time. Sorry.
with, without
Just travel to the top timeline. Yes, knight g4 is done. Knight,
without branching.
yes, without branching.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but
Um. So black
knight
is not.
g4. Yeah, this
Yeah, black didn't
also
get.
could be
Uh,
working.
you can just move the pawn to h3.
Oh, this is not how it. I mean, the knight will travel to the bottom timeline if you do that. So this is not good.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying that.
I'm wondering if white had some other opportunity to move a bishop somewhere else on the c file to get that travel to c8 sooner. Like on -1, like bishop c3, then travel to
Oh wait,
c4 maybe.
I think,
wait. Yes, h3 on both timelines could work because the knight is attacked.
but you just have to do it on the bottom one. They cannot give you a check on the upper one on g2.
Yes.
Wait, knight.
Yes, h3 is a good move because these knights can protect each other and one of them has to be taken when time
Wait,
comes.
h3,
h3 and 0.
knight, and then what about knight? From L-1 to G2 on L0.
You capture with the king, and the knight has to move afterwards. It just has to be. You just have to play the h. You have to play h3 on the bottom timeline, or
Oh
f6
wait,
or f3.
wait,
Yeah. Yeah,
wait.
yeah, 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 yeah. Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah, it works.
Okay. You had me worried there for a second. What were you thinking about?
I was thinking maybe h3 and then on the upper timeline something like bishop f. No, bishop
Okay,
c3,
well,
bishop c3, and then set up a travel
yeah,
again. And I think that's the way to go.
yeah, we've did all of this, already established. Um, um, sorry, I just heard Mr. Nikita say wait earlier, and I was concerned because I wasn't sure why he was telling us to wait.
Uh,
I
So
mean, it has to be
I
h3.
don't think that h3 is gonna be played though.
He
So
did show it though, so there's a chance.
Oh
knight
God.
h4.
Well, it's fine over there. The important one is the other one.
Yes. So
Oh
it
God.
doesn't protect anything basically.
Oh no.
Oh, he's going.
Oh God. Oh no.
I think
No,
Oh
that's.
we're not
God.
gonna
Oh
see the
no.
third game.
Is that's just GG's, right?
Oh
If
well,
black
there is.
sees
If he submits it, no. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee that black would have seen it, even if it were submitted.
Knight G1. Does he see it right now?
It,
Cause he's
I
trying
think
to
White
like.
sees the problem, but doesn't know how to address it.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
think if he
So
just did the no-brainer move of just h3, because it's like one of the first things you do many times in these situations, just attack the piece who is going to time travel. If you're not able to defend the spot.
Knight G1. Hmm. Not. It's not working.
He just has to
Well,
put.
Knight G5 could be working, cause then White will have Knight E4. But they then said King H1 doesn't help.
Oh
Oh
no,
no.
no, don't submit it. Oh, he submitted it.
Oh
No,
my
And this
god.
is
it
GG's.
doesn't.
If
Okay,
Swift
Doesn't
Bishop
I
CS.
help.
just I
Yes, he
okay.
saw it.
Well, it was seen. Okay, I
Well,
mean,
Oh wait, no,
we
no.
at
still
There's
least
might
still
it's
have a
a
trouble.
chance.
There's still a trouble from the knight. Oh, and that doesn't really matter because there's a check afterwards.
There
at
is
least
still a
it's just
chance that White's gonna win the game by playing Bishop C3 and traveling. It is a good chance
yeah,
to win the game.
yeah, or like Bishop G7 and then like travel to G5 or G3 and try to capture
Wait, he seems unsure
the knight on
about this man.
G4.
You're gonna create more knights that are gonna be checkmating you.
Um, on -1, because that's
So he has to
hmm.
play the bishop
Okay.
on
Capturing
c3.
from the other timeline just makes things worse. Like then you take away your move. Okay,
Bishop
what?
c3. Bishop c3
Bishop
should
C.
say the game. Yeah, bishop
Can't move
c3.
that knight. That's for sure.
Is bishop c3 good enough to win?
Oh my god, White is just flailing.
Oh, I think he's
Uh,
just looking at it.
is the past big enough to travel?
I think as
Cause
long as you manage to get to c7, you're fine.
Haha, pawn on the second rank can't move because it already moved. That's funny.
funny.
I think he has to go for bishop c3 and hope it's good enough. Travel.
Or Bishop D4. No, Bishop D4 doesn't work. So, oh no, that's not working for sure.
Um,
I see no travel after like Rook G8.
G8.
Then that's just that.
What was the problem with traveling
Oh,
to G5 or G3 again to try to capture the knight?
Black is gonna probably be able to set up a new attack. And that isn't the solution to the problem. Oh. Oh.
What was better about traveling from C3 though? Oh, right, because you get to C8. Yeah.
Or at least to c7. And c7 should allow
it's
you to
just-
get to c8.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Oh, goodness. What? You're reconsidering on rook c1? Okay. Well, there it is.
Now
Okay, soft mate, gotta go back. Something.
goes as
Just-
far as possible.
Not sure about that statement.
Well, it's what he was looking at. I think that was the main the idea. And then he's going to go for the knight.
Bishop g3 would have been better, though.
I do agree.
I mean, though they both lose the game.
And
Oh god.
knight h4.
Knight h4, and that doesn't help.
Or wait, no, knight to the e4 maybe, and then you have a troll to d6. Something.
I see that Black should have played knight g4 to checkmate a king on g2.
Knight.
Eventually,
Yeah, knight
knight
e4.
g4.
Oh, knight e4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and travel by
And d6. Yeah, I
and
think
do Ara Tchaikovsky.
yes.
Otto Tchaikovsky. Where's. Wait, I don't see.
The king on g4 somewhere in the future.
Okay, knight e6.
There is a chance knight b5, knight c7 traveling, and yeah, there is a chance. Play
Okay.
knight b5 to have a chance.
Do you mean the knight goes on g4
And
checks? Because you
No,
said the
it
king
will-
on g4.
I just realized that the king on the other timeline and Tchaikovsky is needed basically to checkmate the king.
I think he has to go. Do you think knight travels to
Knight
d6?
b5 is the only move that
Uh,
could do something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Knight b5, knight c7, travel to c8. I don't know if it'll happen. Also, white has 3 minutes on the clock.
it's getting tense for sure. You can also he can also capture with the bishop, but I don't think that's going to good enough.
Oh no, this is
Okay.
losing.
Not here. I think that
This is boring.
no. We have to say we have no. We have to say
Mm,
we have to say
I mean,
knight.
this is
Oh, wait. I think he's trying to see if he can recapture it, but I don't think he can say that right now. That he's saying right now that he cannot capture that one easily.
Oh wait. Oh wait, the king
Hey, I thought we
is
agreed we
on
shouldn't.
the 0 timeline, so yes, no Tchaikovsky is needed to checkmate.
As opposed to -1? Is that what you
Yes.
thought the king? Okay.
Yes.
I... Okay, white is not thinking aggressive. Although, I guess
It's
maybe
not.
white wanted to kick the knight But it doesn't even like. But yeah, maybe White wanted bishop b7 and bishop c8
I
and
think he's
something,
saying that
or
after a
travel
time.
to b8.
Yeah.
If we see knight g4, then it is gonna be checkmate in 2. I mean, knight g3 and knight g4 is checkmate in 2 from this position. Well, white will have another travel. Oh no, they don't. They won't have another travel. So yeah, it is checkmate in 2. Knight g3 and knight g4.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It is checkmate in 2.
Yeah, rip in spaghetti, although black does not play that.
And now we're seeing potentially.
Oh, well, I shouldn't speak too soon because it hasn't been submitted yet. And okay, that's also not a
Oh.
check. In fact, it also.
I mean,
Well,
that's
if
also.
bishop e4, then knight g3 is still checkmate, so that's not good. Wait,
At
no,
least
it's not check. Yeah, it's not checkmate because you then capture, but then after that, after that, white actually still has a travel. So okay, this is
I mean, knight g3 check is still coming up, so I don't think that matters.
Bishop e4, knight g3, fg3, rook e1. White has to travel
It
somewhere.
will be a checkmate immediately, I think.
Wait, how?
I mean, you have to take knight on e4 to prevent one check, and then knight g3 is gonna be a checkmate.
No, you can just capture the knight. Right? Wait. Bishop e4, knight g3, hg3.
Yes, but you won't have time to play rook e1
Rook e1.
and travel.
Can still save you because then you have a travel to e6.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Though there is a self-recapture.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But then you have you can capture the other knight with the bishop.
Okay,
What?
why is it? Okay, yeah, I mean, bishop e4, it's not really anything else you can do. Okay, that's what you're gonna do, and now, I mean, you just gotta...
Bishop travel?
Probably.
Or knight captures. Knight captures also should work.
These are precious seconds, you know, plus the 15 from the delay.
The problem with bishop travels to e6 is that it doesn't work.
No, there's no capture. Oh, yeah, there is a capture. Yep. But.
And that's time.
That's time. GG's.
Wow, that is tragic. But congratulations to someone who can't hear me.
Let me just go into the points. And we got 1-1-0. That makes currently Sweeping Bishops the current 5D Pogchamps champion. We got here the setup over. You can see over here we got 2 games. The first match was ended up. We didn't have the necessity to enter into other tiebreakers. And yeah, those were really interesting games. They were good. They were definitely good games. They were complex, and I'm really glad to see all of these games going on. And I don't know if you have any words right now, either Sweeping Bishop or Malicopter. I guess not. But
Can you folks hear us right now?
I think they can hear us.
Okay, there goes sweeping bishops.
All right. So, congrats to Sixteen's Bishop, and congrats to Malicopter to also make it into the finals. And I'd say that this was a really good match overall. And I guess I'll see you next time in other tournaments. Looking
Okay.
forward.
See ya.
See you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
I was rooting for sweeping bishops the whole time for not biased reasons.
Yeah, definitely not your student.
Of course, yes.
And I think Malicopter was Mauer's student.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right. So I'm just going to end up showing here the results, and I'll stop recording and streaming now. See you.